As much as I want to make content and show people what I'm doing to encourage them to grow their own food, I can't show everything simply because it takes too much time to set up the camera, to get yourself in a position to show exactly what you're trying to show, and also to edit. So that takes a lot of time. But all I gotta say is grow some food. Just can't show everything, so I'm gonna show some things. This here is some brassicas I'm about to transplant. I dropped the seeds here in this bucket, just broadcasted the seeds, so I'm just gonna thin them out and plant them because I'm just ready for a full-on garden season. And I know it's May 1st, but guess what, it's time for me to put food in the ground. I got a busy schedule ahead of me. I got my meat birds going, I got all sorts of things going on for this year because this is my lifestyle and I have no time to waste. With that said, time is my biggest asset, and so I'm about to go put those plants in the ground. Brassicas, herbs, those sorts of plants can handle some frost and some cooler weather, and quite frankly, I think they do better when it's cooler out. Just like this cilantro right here that popped up from last year, looking all beautiful. So that tells you that the herbs can handle a little cooler weather. And I'm here in zone 6B, and the cooler weather is not going to stop me. I am going to take advantage of the weather and grow food that will survive and will thrive in this type of climate. So now I'm here planting out these cabbage, and I'm being very careful with them because the seedlings are delicate and I don't want to damage the plant at all. Now the first set of cabbage is in the ground, and I can't wait to see the progress of it. The weather is nice and cool out still. We've been having filtered sunlight, so that's good for these young seedlings. And like I said, I dropped the seeds indoors and I brought them out in the greenhouse to harden off, and now I have them in the ground. All right, so now these here are my direct sow, so I have food in the ground all over. I've been dropping seeds in succession so far this season, and this is why it's important to do your research to see what you can plant at different times of the year. There are plants that prefer the cooler weather, and there are plants or even seeds that prefer the warmer weather to be able to germinate and thrive. So my take on this is that you can grow food in any type of season. You just have to know which plant prefers which weather. See that? I have food in the ground. Since last year I've been planting, and these were overwintered. My onions have popped up and they're looking pretty good. I just softened up the soil around it. My potatoes have popped up also. I planted that probably about a month or so ago. So at this point I am well on my way for a full-fledged gardening season and high production. Over here I've already direct sowed some corn, and it's already popping up, as you can see. What I've also done with the corn is that I've planted some beans between the corn, and so that would help assist with the nitrogen content in the soil. So that's gonna boost the soil to feed the plants that I'm growing here. Now back here behind the blueberry bushes where you can see the soil is being disturbed, I worked this soil up a little bit because I am going to be planting some more corn in succession, and I have them right here, yes, in these shot glasses, different varieties of corn, and I did soak them overnight so that would assist with the germination. See that, guys? Different varieties of corn. So I plant in succession, and I plan my gardening season every year, so when the time comes I could just execute that plan. I hope you enjoyed this video and this stirs up some courage in you to go out there, do your research and see what you can grow if you're in a cooler zone, and see what plants are favorable for growing and thriving in a cooler zone. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.